Hello. I have good news for internationally educated nurses wishing to practice in Alberta. The College of Registered Nurses of Alberta has launched changes to its application process effective April 4th, 2023 for internationally educated nurses. These groundbreaking changes made for internationally educated nurses affords them the choices and quicker pathways, as they will no longer need a lengthy and costly credential assessments before they can write the NCLEX, and they can get permits easier to become registered nurses. So IENs can now apply directly to the CRNA and do not need to complete a credential assessment from the National Nursing Assessment Service, or NAS, if you meet this new requirement. So let's review the 5 steps to getting a permit to practice as a nurse in Alberta for substantial equivalence applicants. So the first step would be to create your account on the college's online portal, which is called College Connect. It gives you easy access to apply for a practice permit. You will need to tell us who you are. You want to build your profile, and you want to make sure your first and last name you use while practicing must match your permit and legal names. You also want to validate your identity with some accepted forms of ID, like a driver's license, your international passport, a government-issued identity card. And then you will need to pay an account creation fee of about, I think, $173. So that's your non-refundable application assessment to the CRNA. The second step would include confirming your competency. So now, part of the new process is that they've included multiple pathways that you can choose from to confirm that you have the competency to practice. Again, you must remember that all of these pathways require applicants to complete the NCLEX RN exam. So by using the NCLEX RN exam or the National Council Licensure Examination as a benchmark for competency, the College of Registered Nurses of Alberta can provide a more equitable application process while also ensuring that standards are met. Let's look at the pathways. One of those pathways could be that you've already passed the NCLEX RN exam. So you can combine this with any active registration globally to meet the competency requirements. So if you meet all of the registration requirements, a permit will be issued. Another pathway would be if you hold current registration in any of these jurisdictions. So you can request to write the NCLEX if you have any current registration in either of the United States, the Philippines, India, United Kingdom, Australia, Nigeria, Jamaica, New Zealand, or Ireland. Okay, so a verification from any of these nursing boards showing active status and good standing in your current jurisdiction must be submitted along with your application. Another pathway would be to show, or if you can provide a verification of equivalent post-secondary education. So you can request to write the NCLEX if you can provide this verification of equivalent post-secondary education. And how can you meet this requirement? If you've maybe completed a baccalaureate degree in nursing from an approved nursing program within 5 years prior to your application date, or you hold a registration in an equivalent jurisdiction, or you hold registration in a substantially equivalent jurisdiction, or you have a NAS report that provides confirmation of education rated as comparable or somewhat comparable, or you have an education credential evaluation report that verifies equivalent post-secondary education, then you can use that pathway. Or else you can complete the Alberta Registered Nurses Assessment Program, and you can use this to meet application requirements, which also include competency, English language, and currency of practice. So this, combined with a verification of equivalent post-secondary education, can also be used towards getting a provisional permit and also receiving authorization to write the NCLEX. This is actually ideal for applicants who do not have current registration anywhere. You can also complete the Nursing Community Assessment Service. In the future, The NCAS will assess education, English language proficiency, and nursing competency all before the CRNA assesses an application. So having this assessment completed at one time by one organization actually simplifies the whole process. So you will be eligible to be on the provisional register while waiting to write the NCLEX exam. You can also complete the National Nursing Assessment Service. So if you're currently registered anywhere globally that meets currency of practice, you can combine this with an advisory report to meet the competency requirements. Again, the NAS report must state comparable or somewhat comparable, and this will lead to provisional registration until successful completion of the NCLEX RN. So once you're able to use any of these pathways and confirm your competency, then you can progress to demonstrating your eligibility. So here you will need to complete a criminal record check online. You would need to attest to the truth of the information you've provided, and you want to answer questions about your character and your fitness to practice. So again, if you have any charges or convictions, etc., so you want to provide all of that information. And then we can progress to preparing for practice in Alberta. So again, Alberta has specific requirements to complete before you can practice in that province. So you want to complete the Alberta jurisprudence course. You want to complete the protecting patients from sexual abuse and misconduct course. And you also want to purchase a professional liability protection. It should be about $88 or so. And then finally, you want to pay and declare. So to complete and submit your application, you want to make payments through the convenient options that are provided on the portal, and that should be about $502 for your permit once your application is complete. So you want to review your application, confirm its accuracy, and once all the completed items are received, the college will ensure that all requirements to practice are met, and you will be welcomed to the register. Again, you must take note that there may be additional fees. For example, membership fee with the Alberta Association of Nurses, and this would help you benefit from their group rate for professional liability protection. Again, depending on your pathway, when you want to confirm your competency, you might incur further extra costs. For example, verifying services from another jurisdiction, or registering with Pearson VUE to write the NCLEX exam, or registering with Touchstone Institute to take the Alberta Registered Nurses Assessment Program exam. Again, you might also incur extra costs when you apply and complete any courses from the accepted bridging program.